This is my extended thoughts on my number 8 of my top 10 changes I want to see in Disney Infinity 3.0, the game. If you haven't seen the overview video, click above my head, that'll take you to that video, and then you can come back to this one to see my extended thoughts on why I think there should be a greater link between the playsets and the toy box, specifically the toy store. So again, I've mentioned this before, but I kind of hope that as playsets, the way playsets work and progress in the future, I'd like to see a blurring of the lines as far as that's concerned. I like the idea, what's a good example in 2.0? I guess a good example in 2.0 is when you're in the Avengers playset, you saw the Avengers Tower. Now that's cool because then you can have the Avengers Tower in the toy box. That's the kind of link I'm talking about. I want to see more of that. I want when you do things in the playsets, I want you to be able to see something and go, that's really cool, and know that you can carry that forth and use that tool or that object, playset piece in your toy box. A good example of where this failed was in Disney Infinity 1.0. Everybody, I think, universally liked the idea of the train that was in the Lone Ranger playset. It was really cool. It had a track. The train followed it. You could switch out carriages. You could put different carriages and so on the train. Some that had guns and blah, blah, blah. And I think it's a massive disappointment that we couldn't use something like that, a train playset, in the toy box. Those are the kinds of things I'm talking about. It should be a place of discovery. Most of the time you're going to start out in a playset, and that's where you want to discover cool toys. It's almost like the playset should be a commercial, a toy commercial, that you go, oh, that's awesome, I loved riding on that motorbike, I loved building with that, and then you see it in the toy store, in the toy box, and you think, I've played with that before, that's an awesome toy, I'm going to work hard to be able to unlock that so I can use it in my toy boxes, in my free play experience. So I think that's in a nutshell. I don't think I need to go into too much more detail than that, but other than just saying, yeah, I don't think it makes playsets infinitely more exciting when you're seeing stuff that you think you're going to be able to use later on in a toy box scenario. That you can just pluck that out of that playset, and I'm going to create a story using that element that I love in my own story. I think that really is all there is to it. Let me know in the comments what things you might have seen in prior playsets, Disney Infinity playsets 1 or 2, that you would have loved to been able to use in the toy box but were unable to because they didn't have that functionality. That's a really cool discussion. Let's have that below, and certainly let me know what you think you would like to see as far as the crossover between playset and toy box or toy store, whichever it may be. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.